No Chill Sports is an unapologetic, high-energy sports show where opinions fly fast and facts hit hard. The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the hosts and guests, and do not necessarily reflect those of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or partners. Content may include passionate debates, bold predictions, and unfiltered takes that some viewers may find intense or controversial. Listener discretion is advised. If you're looking for chill, this ain't the place.
Tonight's show is brought to you by our sponsor over at W. W is a powdered energy drink aimed at gamers and individuals seeking focus and energy. It's known for its clean ingredients, no jitters, and various flavors. W is also available in a hydration formula for those seeking electrolytes. W achieves its smooth, effective focus with a high-end tasting experience while using no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Try W today by scanning the QR codes you see on the screen or visit them on the web at bit.ly/NoChillW. W, your taste buds' favorite energy drink. We'd also like to send a special thank you to our sponsor, Kelly Creations. If you're looking to bring your vision to life, whether it's screen printing, embroidery, or custom picture tees, Kelly Creations has you covered. From bold logos to photo perfect prints, nobody does it better than Donald D.K. Kelly, the mastermind behind the magic. Give him a call today at 225-202-2625 or shoot him an email at kellycreations225@gmail.com. And hey, let him know No Chill Sports sent you. You might just get a little bit of that extra touch of heat. Kelly Creations, nobody does it better.
What's some of the biggest things you've learned in your first couple of years as a head coach at UAPB?
Each day's a new day, and next play mentality. Learn to delegate more. You can't do everything on your own, and so you got to be able to pass yourself off to your coaches and let them handle things that's not really a priority for you. Can't be hands-on with everything, and obviously just trusting your players to do all the right things that you've instilled in them, and give them more opportunity to grow and learn from their mistakes.
So kind of like a CEO role in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm heavily involved in all of it because I do coach the corners.
Yeah.
And then as a head, I'm a defensive guy, but I've also been a special teams coordinator. I learned the entire. It's hard, but I've done a really good job of just learning to step back and just like being able to coach the players individually more.
Yeah.
Right. And then letting the coaches handle their areas.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned all the close games you had. The Texas Southern game, the Grambling game was, I think, a 10-point game.
They scored with 30 seconds when they should have took me.
But so how do you kind of get your guys used to winning those type of games?
It's paying attention to the details.
Yeah.
Because every play matters. They had 230 yards of offense, Grambling did, and we gave up a block punt or the punter. He should have been at 14 yards, he's at 13. They blocked it. So those are the kind of things. And then you look at like you said, the Grambling game, that happened, and then Alcorn, we were up 14-0 and felt that we were going to run away with the game, the first conference game. And then it was tied at 14 at half. And then that's a battle. You know what I'm saying? So you right there doing the things. But you can't get too confident. You got to play the next play mentality. When something bad happens, you get that play and move on. Yeah. So That's what we got to continue to do. Lock it out and make that mentality.
Well, Coach, media day, SWAC media day. A lot of times when coaches select their players, they'll select the big names. They'll select the flashy quarterback or that sexy defensive back.
Mhm.
You brought a specialist. That says a lot about that kid. But can you tell us about that kid?
Well, he's special. Trey Glamp he's a kid that's going to graduate in finance in the spring. He's been with the program. He's the only kid that came in his classes. 26 kids that came in. He's the only one left.
Wow.
That says a lot about him.
Yeah.
Not only that, he's the best teammate. He'll go pick kids up from the airport, whatever he needs to do. He'll be an academic tutor if he needs to be for his teammates. He's a good person. And he was perfect on Kicks last year, 8 of 8. And so he deserved the opportunity to be here. And I love it for him because he's earned the right. And even if he wasn't the starting kicker, he's going to cheer for the guy that beat him out.
Right.
You don't find that. And that's what makes this kid really, really special.
So to me, that kind of speaks of the culture of that team. Where it's not about me; it's about how can I do greater good for the whole team. Is that kind of what you've tried to instill there at UAPB?
Yeah, absolutely. You said it right, man. The first year I got there, I didn't cut kids. I wanted every kid to want to be in the program, to stay in the program. And then in year 2, obviously you have kids when you don't win as many games as you want to, they decide to get in the portal. You try to give them the pros and the cons. Bro, you're probably not going to get anything better than this. Why would you leave? And then they give up the scholarships, and it's theirs, and it's frustrating. But what we've done is we've been able to educate the kids on the pros and cons of the portal. If you go, if you stay. If it benefits you, I'm going to help you go.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I'm going to tell you. I'm a big brother. I want to be honest with them at all times. And so now what you notice is over the last couple of years, the program is now starting to settle in.
Yeah.
Right? We won one more game in conference. And so we'll be better this year. We'll have more depth than we've ever had. And I'm just excited to see some kids that you all don't even know step into positions and make plays. Where did he come from?
Yeah.
All right, Coach, last one I have for you. Something that we've kind of been asking all the coaches.
Yep.
What do you do to relax away from football?
People tell you, I don't sleep much. And it's just because what I do to relax is I sit. And honestly, people in my family tell me I need to just take a day for myself. But I don't do much, man. I'm going to do a little read. I'll turn the TV on and just turn the volume down. Because being a head coach, for me, my mind always races.
Yeah.
It's how can I better the program? How can I give these kids a better opportunity to do something better? And so it's never ending thing. But probably if I can say anything, massage envy. And I have a monthly membership, and I got about 40 massages I haven't used.
Oh wow!
So I need to do better.
Yeah. All right, last one for you, Coach. You one of the coaches with the most intensity that we've talked to today. How many snaps could you give UAPB right now if you had to go play?
Coach, as many as I had to, because you know what? They'll have to pull me off the field.
Oh.
Because I'm not going to.
You wired like that, huh?
I'm wired like that. I mean, people are like, Coach, is that you every day? This is me all day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't know no other way.
Yeah.
I've been born like this.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it, man. And so it's a process to be able to try to change the perception of UAPB football, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, you are in year 2. Year 1, one of the things that we heard a lot from a lot of teams about you and your team was their discipline, their toughness, and their resilience. What is something that you want to take into year 2?
Those same type of adjectives, of course. Try to win more games we did last year. 5 and 6 is still 5 and 6. I'm not letting my players be happy about being 5 and 6. I'm letting my coaching staff be happy about 5 and 6. Still a losing season. We expected to win all 11 games last year, and we did not. But we expected to win all 11 games this year. So we're going to go out this year and try to win each and every game, 1 week at a time.
Yeah, I know. Last year you had a few close games. The Lamar game comes to mind. The Southern game comes to mind. How do you get your team to kind of learn how to win in those close games?
Show those games again. Show those games that we can't jump off sides, that we lost the games because of what we did.
Yeah.
Jump off sides, false start, unnecessary roughness, hitting the guy after the play. You know, plays like that can cost the team, and that's what costs the team. Not just one person, it's just a domino effect.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, and the special teams also. So the domino effect that happened, and just to get to show those at the beginning, and I already showed them it already. I'm gonna show it to them again when we start practicing. Show those games that could have been 7-4 instead of 5-6.
Yeah.
So, Coach, I know another thing that is hurt your team, no pun intended, has been injuries, and it's happened to Texas Southern, you know,
For a while now, it seems like.
What are some things that you guys are kind of doing to try to, I mean, work towards, I guess, being a healthier team?
Well, that's unfortunate because you know, this game is sports, no matter how you play it, football, basketball, injuries always happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you have to have that person behind that person. You have to have depth. And I think we did a great job. Coach Wilson has done a great job of putting depth. Our recruiting coordinator has done a great job of putting our depth. We have more depth this year than we did last year.
Yeah, I think the quarterback position, obviously, in at this level, is very important. I think y'all have one of the most underrated guys in the SWAC at the signal caller position. What does a healthy Cooper bring to your team?
He brings a lot. You know, I don't know if you guys get a chance to talk to him. You're gonna see how mature he is.
Yeah.
He's a very mature guy. He's straight nosed. He's on point. He understands the game of football. You know, he watches a lot of football. He's always in meetings. He's always meeting with our quarterback coach Z. You know, they're always meeting, talking scenarios. And he's always putting scenarios. Even coming down here, coach, if this happened, what this happened. So he's always engaged, and that's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. So I want to ask this: you yourself played in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
There are several coaches in the SWAC who actually have NFL experience. If you have to pick somebody currently coaching in the SWAC to be your teammate in that BB room with you, who you taking?
Well, I'm gonna have to take Eddie. You know.
Okay.
I take E-Rod, man. So he's the only one left. Coach McDowell's not here anymore, but if Coach McDowell was here, I would have to have two choices.
Okay, gotcha.
Coach McDowell, but like I said, it's a wonderful opportunity to coach, not only in the SWAC, but just coaching. Period. I just love coaching. I love being able to mentor these young men and be able to show them a way.
Yeah, Coach. Last one for you that I have. How did you kind of unwind in between the end of last season and before y'all started off spring? What did you do to kind of relax and get away from football?
I haven't unwind.
No off season, huh?
No off season. Yeah, I have all season when I'm 6 feet under. You know?
I understand.
I'm a constant grinder. You know, my wife understands. She's very supportive of what I do. She's very supportive of Texas Southern and the team. So we have to get back to work. We had a good job of our recruiting class. Like I said, I'm very excited about our recruiting class coming in. So we had to get to work. We have to. If we can beat our opponents off the field in recruiting, then we should be able to beat them on the field.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, I don't have any more for you. I want to thank you for coming on and sitting with us. Is there a message that you want to send to the TSU faithful?
Well, TSU's faithful is come out and support. Let's make sure everybody buy their season tickets. You know, season tickets is very important because you're buying it for the school, but you're buying it for the players.
Yes, sir.
You know, the players seeing 30,000 people in the stands a lot different than seeing 5,000 people.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right, Coach. A lot of us know your resume. You've basically been a winner everywhere you go. So, what challenge is it to turn PV into that winner that you've been in Valdosta State, some of these other places?
Yeah, our theme for the year is water to wine, right? We're trying to move our program in a direction of normalcy.
Yeah.
College football is not the same as it was 3 months ago.
That's very true.
10 years ago.
That's true.
And so in the efforts of getting what I led directly Anton Goff and making sure we get normal, then that's been a challenge.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have been in places for a long time, and this is the way we've always done it, which I think is the worst phase on the college campus, right? But we've gotten some movement. We've gotten some trajectory in the right direction. With his help, our president, Dr. LeGrand, has been awesome in just getting us to normal. And so we're not all the way there yet, but we're certainly trending in the right direction. But it has been a challenge when you walk in the door saying we need to bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
And they go, whoa, that's going to cost.
Yeah.
But that's what's normal.
That's what it takes to win.
That's what it takes to win. And so, but we know how to win with lesser too.
Yeah.
And so we've been able to do that in the last couple of places. So we're just excited to be here with this opportunity, being around great people.
Yeah.
So, Coach, I'm not gonna say you went viral, but you definitely caught some attention with some of your demands on social media. I personally didn't have a problem with it, but I do know that people of a certain generation have reached out and kind of pushed back. But I'm gonna let you stand on business. Tell us how you feel
about what those people think.
All right.
We don't care about none of that. The way we do things is the way we do things. If you don't like how we do things, then don't mute me.
Yeah.
Mute all our stuff. Don't get mad because we say how we do things. Nobody go in your house and tell you how to mop your kitchen floor. You might use a Swiffer. You might use a mop. If we using Swiffers and you like mops, then don't come over here to my kitchen floor.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those deals with us, man. It wasn't demands either. It was just the way that we do things. It was the standard in which we live. And so if you don't like it, you don't like it. It doesn't bother me one bit. I thought it was funny, actually, because it shows you exactly where our world is.
Yes.
Our world is willing to negotiate everything. And there's some things that are non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And we're teaching kids the wrong thing if we're teaching them that they can negotiate everything.
Yeah. Teaching them to be the exception instead of following the rules.
Absolutely. So when they leave the safe confines of our program, we want them to have a chance to survive.
Yeah.
Well, by negotiating with them, that's not true. Because when that cop tell you to pull your window down and get out the car, get his license and registration, there's no negotiation there. And if it is, you could end up on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
And so what are we really teaching our kids? Some things can be prevented. We just try to give them real life things in the program. But that didn't stop us in recruiting.
That's what I was gonna get to. A lot of people were saying that what you came out and posted. A lot of people were saying they're not gonna get anybody to come there with that. With those rules, all that. Like, how did you still be able to pull off one of the better transfer portal class and recruiter classes? Period. And what does that say about the program that PV is?
Our staff, man. I think our staff, Prairie ain't in the good ground. Our staff is good season.
Yeah,
when they got together and we watered it, I thought it made it a really good situation. And then if we get people on our campus, we're gonna get them.
Yeah.
A lot of people in recruiting don't want folks to come to our campus because they know. And so we try to get ourselves to a point to where guys can get on campus so we can get them signed up and ready.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, Coach, I got one more for you. If you had to coach yourself today, what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself, don't get all comfortable with being able to negotiate things and stand on what I was taught. Because the standard in which my grandmother raised me and my mom raised me, that's what we're living off of right now, and it works still. And I would tell myself not to be discouraged in knowing that.
Last one I got for you, Coach. What's the message you got to PV Nation or anybody else in the SWAC, really?
Yeah, come to the game. You and part of PV Nation, come to the game, come in the game, stand up, stay for the whole game. Don't leave after the band go. That's the message for them. We've been very forthcoming with our fan base on challenging them how to be great fans.
Yeah.
And so we're not going to get off of that.
If you're going to do your part, you need them to do their part, right?
Absolutely. And I might need them to go first.
All right.
And that's okay.
All right.
We're talking about the hire that you made with Coach Jackson. Obviously a great hire. But I just want to know kind of the alignment and everybody at PV kind of pulling in the same direction from the top down, from the president of the university down through you, the athletic director, onto the head coach.
Yeah, so for us, our president came on board 2 months before she hired me, right? And one of the things she said to me when we were going through the process, she said, I'm a first-time president. I can't have a first-time AD. This is why I'm recruiting you to come to PV. And to me, that showed, like, you know what? She really wants somebody to run the athletic department. She doesn't want to run the athletic department. And she's giving me full autonomy. He's giving me full autonomy to run the athletic, basically. So when you have that, run the athletic, then that allows me to go out. So when you have that, I feel like the best fit for then that allows me to be able to provide the best Panther experience for our student athletes. So I think people that I feel like kind of came in at the same time. Like for my success is her success, her success is my success. Now I've got a brand new coach and 4 other brand new coaches. Like so, we're all coming along looking at the vision Panther experience for our mid-major sports athletic department, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be great in the SWAC, but I also need to be great in Texas. I need to be great in the department, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be great in the SWAC, but also need to be great in Texas. I need to be great nationwide.
It was announced earlier today, SWAC TV. Huge announcement. What does this mean for not only the SWAC as a whole, but what do you think this means for Prairie View?
So, one, it shows that our conference is being progressive, moving in like these. If you look like maybe 8-10 years ago, SEC did something like this, right? And so it's exciting for us. We're probably playing maybe the most games on SWAC TV. Yeah. So for us, it's exposure, right? Gives us an opportunity to help generate revenue. Putting our commercials on there, promoting Prairie View A&M University, and so I'm excited about the opportunity to play on SWAC TV. I'm excited about rolling it out. I'm excited for the conference because one, selfishly, I want PP to be good, but I want the conference to be good, right? You know what I'm saying? And so this is a great time for SWAC, and our commissioner's doing a great job.
You talked about a little bit about how important revenue generating is as an athletic department nowadays. Can you speak a little bit about how big the fan engagement is to that? Because a lot of the donations come from regular people. It isn't always the corporations who fund some of these renovations or scholarships or whatever the case may be. How important is it for PV Nation that Panther Nation get behind y'all?
No, it's super important. We need them not only in the stadium, but we also need them to open their pocketbooks up and donate. And so that's why we created a revenue generating team. I brought on Tamar to be able to do our corporate sponsorships and sell our tickets, not just season tickets, but individual tickets, group tickets. And then I brought a development person who full time will go out there and fundraise for major gifts, annual giving, those type of things. And so we need all that revenue for us to take it to the next level.
My last question for you. The SWAC as a whole opted into the House settlement. How big is that to, I guess, promote, to bring in more athletes into HBCUs and to kind of keep them from necessarily running out chasing the bag?
No, I think it's super important. Like I was opting in from the very day one, right? My philosophy was it gives us options, right? Opting in, some people think about it as, oh, you have to pay the $20 million that the big boys are paying. Well, listen, you can't pay what you don't have, right? Yeah. But what it does, it gives you an option to give some more revenue to your student athlete. It gives you an option to look at return on investment on, say, hey, you know what? If I want to invest a little more in football, I now can do that. I'm not held to the 63 scholarship. If I feel like I have a sport where I'm not going to be able to do well, I might want to not fund that sport as much and put it somewhere else so I can get a bigger return on my investment, because that's what this is about. So I think the options of the House settlement and opting in gives you an opportunity to really hone in on what you want to be good at.
Last one I got for you, Coach. If you weren't an AD, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be in politics. like when I was coming up, so I played football at Bowling Green State University, and my whole goal at the time when I was coming out of school was to get into politics, right? And so I started down that road, and then somehow, some way, man, got pulled into athletics. This is almost like a family business. My mom's a former athletic director. Okay. She was the athletic director at Virginia State University, but she was also senior associate AD at Virginia Commonwealth University and University of Pittsburgh. So I grew up in this business. Yeah. So I was almost trying not to put in this business because I didn't want to follow my mom's footsteps. Yeah. She's in a whole bunch of Hall of Fames and whatnot. But, God has a plan for you, man, and He's going to put you on that path.
He knows where you need to be.
Yeah. So this is where I'm supposed to be. But if I wasn't doing this, it'd probably be politics, because I like bringing folks together, man, for a common goal. I like helping folks. And so, that's probably where I'd be.
I almost said this is a little less dirty than politics, but the way some of these SWAC fans get, it could be just as bad.
It's the same, man. It's the same. You be criticized for what you do, whether somebody agrees with you, somebody always going to disagree with you, somebody's going to try to say you
can't make them all happy.
can't make everybody happy. So yeah.
Year 2 versus year 1. What's the difference for you, and what are you preaching to the kids?
Awareness. We're aware now. We're aware how things are being ran. We're aware of what we can do and what we can't do. We know that there's a certain way that we got to prepare for meetings, for practice, a certain way we got to attack games. And we know the conference now. We know the conference. We know what they're playing with. We know that, it's a very athletic conference, and one thing they can do in this conference is rush the passer, and they can cover, and I'm not taking anything away from the offensive guys. They got some stud defensive players in this conference.
Yes, sir.
And some of these kids are next level kids. If you just give them the opportunity, if you just get them in camp, they're gonna make the team, because it's just the determination that you see with these kids. But I love after the game how these kids embrace. They don't battle, they embrace. And like I said, when it's a SWAC school going to any other school, I'm cheering for that SWAC school, and I'm teaching my kids to do that.
Yes,
But at the end of the day, we're going to continue to build that Grambling, one family, one legacy, and we're going to continue to do things the way we need to do to be successful.
Yeah, last year, Coach, I was able to, even though it wasn't a conference game, I was able to knock off Jackson State down in the hole. What did that do for your team as far as confidence, and how do you keep them playing up to that level that they're capable of?
Well, the thing about with Jackson State, I think it's, we battle well with them. TC does a really good job with his kids of having them disciplined, having them, with the schemes that they're ready to go. So we knew when we played that we had to get on and stay on, because they're a talented football team, but they're well coached. That's what people don't understand about this conference. Is well coached. It's great coaches in this conference. They don't give us the credit that we deserve, but we well coached. So Coach Gray, that's my but like you said, Coach Gray, Coach, we was together at Grambling. This conference, with Jackson State winning the celebration bowl, everybody was happy. I got TC a payment, for a present, because we're happy, because now, we're getting back to a point where the SWAC dominates HBCU sports, and that's what we strive for here.
So Coach Joseph, a lot of people know you from your time at LSU. I was first introduced to you. Somebody told me, they said when LSU hired you, say, I know he's gonna be a dog. I said, why you say that? So he coached me at Alabama State. Can you tell us about your time initially at Alabama State, and kind of, I guess, how that, I know this not necessarily your first, but how that kind of got you going?
I was a GA at Tulane, and Tony Samuels played with L.C. Cole at Nebraska, and L.C. Cole's looking for a receiver coach. Johnny Cole's offensive coordinator. So Tony Samuels is like, Mick, I got your job. You got to go interview in Montgomery. I'm like, oh man, my car might not make it. So what I did, I borrowed Trooper Taylor car, who's at I was his GA, so I borrowed Trooper Taylor car, and I drove down there, and they just wanted to get to know me, But it was one of the best experiences of my life. Johnny Cole and L.C. Cole, still to this day, is probably one of the best offensive coordinator and head coaches that I've been around. I never seen a better play caller than Johnny Cole, who can do it with no headsets. And I know people feel some type of way, but
I understand.
But that's my guy,
right? And
that's who gave me my start in HBCU. That was my first HBCU job. Was Alabama State. I lived in a Goff. I lived in a Goff. I had a great time in there. And then I left and I came back to Louisiana because I had to get back into this retirement system, because my mom and dad are telling you, you're gonna get old, you need to get into retirement system. So I left and went to Nichols. But I had a great time in Alabama State. And it was the same thing with LC faced. They were losing in the first year. He flipped it a little bit, then they kept flipping and they kept flipping. So same thing we're doing at Grambling. We're going to continue to build. We build it. We got to keep building. It was me the first year, all me, because I was so excited. I was like, you know what? I want to get this thing done right now. But I had to understand that, hey, you got to build. You got to get your kids in the building. So right now we got our kids in the building. And now it's our biological kid. So now let's get it going.
You talked about, being on staff at Alabama State, but you've been either played for or coached with a lot of great head coaches. Who's who college football coaches. How have they impacted you as a head coach?
Well, like I said, LC Cole gave me a shot. Just his tenacity and just his determination as a head coach. And like, you're going to do what he tell you to do. Because I remember I was coaching punt returns, and I told a punt returner something, and he snapped me with that hat. I'm like, well, he said, I didn't tell you to do that. So he was good. But the best one, I have to say the best one just to work for, was Ed Ogeron.
Yeah.
At LSU. A person just like my background, who had never really been a coordinator, but could have did it, but wanted to be a D-line coach, and he wanted to be a head coach. Because as a coordinator, you're going to be involved in the quarterback, but as a head coach, you can be involved in all positions.
Yeah.
But I know I can look at the receiving position. But Ed Ogeron taught me just the how to structure your program when it comes down to football, how to structure it, how to practice. And so when I ran into roadblocks, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you're going to have to tape it back a little bit because you don't have all those bodies that we had at LSU.
Yeah.
You have 63. So you have almost 40, when it's 63, 85 on scholarship, you have almost 40 less players. So Ed Ogeron, that you bounce it off. But, I talked to Skip Host about this offensive thing because he was the offensive play caller at Louisiana Tech, and he was telling you how to set that up. But at the end of the day, I was with some great head coaches. And Darryl Day at Nicholson was a great head coach. So I've been under different types of personalities, but I've been doing it for 27 years. So I think you don't stay in this business. You don't stay in this business as a black, white, Mexican, whatever, and not be well equipped about knowing what you need to do.
Yeah.
So, Coach, I got one more for you, and I'll let you go. Would you rather call the winning play or catch the winning touchdown?
Ooh.
I'd rather call the winning play because I can't catch.
All right, last one. I know you got to go, Coach. The last name Joseph is synonymous with football in the city of New Orleans, but Louisiana as a whole. Yeah. Who's the best Joseph in the house?
Now Vance at the Broncos, he makes the most money.
Yeah.
Terry makes the second most money. I'm third on that chart, and then Sammy's fourth on that chart.
Yeah.
And I think Derek's after that. But no, I'm the best. I'm the most talented one.
Yeah, understandable.
That's why nobody mess with them because of me.
Understandable.
All right, Mr. Spottsville.
Yes, sir.
Coach said you got to talk.
Yeah.
You got to talk. So let me ask you this. Coming into this season, what's a personal goal that you have for yourself?
For me, I have a list of goals, that I set for myself. I got them on my wall, actually. One thing is, double-digit sacks and TFLs. That's one big thing because last season I was kind of disappointed with myself. So this season definitely going to be more to see.
Yeah. Last year, you guys had a pretty good season, but I know conference won't go the way y'all want them to. So this year, which y'all goals, obviously it's make it to the state championship, but other than that, which y'all individual goals and team goals that y'all trying to accomplish?
Me, my individual, not really saying here, I'm saying all say, team is not to go to other than think of celebration, but really just show people we really expect, exceed expectations. All the sad things, whatever. Yes.
What about you?
I say get that trophy back home. It ain't been in Alcorn for a good minute. So that's my goal.
And this is cool. We've been doing preview shows, going over almost every school in the SWAC. And a lot of people got to bring your name up as kind of one of the underrated guys in the SWAC who might not be getting enough attention. That kind of motivation for you I know you first team, but you people saying you should be in the player of the year conversation. That kind of motivation for you to go show these people that they right.
Oh, definitely. It comes from it, but I want to do I don't want to, we hate who wants to do a little bit. I'm not just loud. Yeah, like.
All right. So, year 2 under Coach Thomas, what is the change that you've seen? I guess year 1 and year 2 or is there a change, or how do you guys feel about this upcoming season?
The first day we got there, big change. First workout, I remember it like it was yesterday. We got there. I ain't gonna say we almost died, man. We upped it. So
Yeah.
we taking big leaps in terms of conditioning, in terms of getting ready, in terms of workouts and things like that. So we really taking really big, tremendous leaps in the right direction to get our program where we want to go.
I say every year, like, he gets more in tune with the guys. Like, he's on the field doing it with us. He's not just watching on the sideline, standing there, like, just looking at us do it. He in there when we in walkthroughs. He the quarterback, telling the offense where to go, everything like that. So it's been 2 good years with Coach. Yeah. Hopefully we get more.
Yeah. So y'all got these real nice suits on. Got the shades on. If y'all was an R&B group, what would your name be?
Sure, I guess.
I mean, S&S.
Man, S&S need something a little bit. Yeah. Something to roll off the tongue.
Well, like G and J, or J and G.
G and J. We be G and J.
G and J. All right. What would be the name of your first song? Bam, on the spot.
Look out.
Right, okay, look out.
Okay. Look out.
Don't give me a little warning. Huh?
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this. Biggest game on the schedule to y'all this year. Is it always the Jackson State game, or for y'all is there a different game this year that y'all really looking forward to?
I mean, every game is a big game for me.
You know what I'm saying? Great answer.
But I'm really looking forward to the Mississippi State game. That's really where you see
that show that you can play with them boys.
Right. Right.
All right.
Good luck to y'all this season, man. We'll be keeping an eye on y'all, what y'all do. And Mr. 1,000 yards, you go ahead and call it. You're gonna put that 1,000 in the book this year. And I think you're gonna wake some people up, man. I think you're gonna show some people that you deserve to be on that first, second team somewhere. They better make a spot for you.
I ain't worried about the preseason. I'm worried about the postseason.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're here with first team all SWAC, Jeremiah Williams, one of the 37,000 Jackson State players on the SWAC all conference team. But first of all, congratulations on the Celebration Bowl. How does it feel being called that now that everybody has to call you champion?
Oh man, it's a blessing, man, just to be called champion. The work we put in really showed in the Celebration Bowl, and we had the confidence. We had to let everybody know, man. You know, just the hard work we put in, and it showed. We don't have to talk.
Yeah,
the work just showed, man. It just showed, man. That's how we won all our games.
Yeah, for a long time, you know, Jackson had got to that point, but couldn't get over the hump and actually win the Celebration Bowl. Now that y'all have done that, how do y'all keep yourselves hungry going into next season?
It's just always that focus, that mind. So we always had hard work. And me being a leader, and I've been with Jackson State for this the 5th year. This will be 5th year. So me knowing loss, and I put it on the team, the whole team, and I always inspire them to be like work like it's your last day playing. You never know when your time, and it's next man up always. I done seen a variety of teammates leave, you know, just different things like that, and I've seen a lot. So I just tell those guys, man, to keep working hard, man. Just follow my lead so they can the next generation.
Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned about being a more of a leader. If you had Jeremiah Williams, freshman Jeremiah Williams, how would you coach him?
Just tell him keep the same hunger. Even though I always keep the same hunger, but keep the same hunger, man. Just play like you never won a game before. Play like it's your last game of the season. Play like that. Practice like that every day.
Hey, we got go ahead, show the camera that ring real quick.
He got the bling. He got the bling on, man.
Feel me?
He got the bling on.
Go ahead, and I know you're asking questions.
So it's been a lot made about the receivers that y'all done brought in over there to Jackson State. I just want to ask you, as the quarterback, how many footballs y'all gonna have to play with to keep all these guys happy, man?
Man, one thing about them guys, they unselfish. And
Yeah.
they know how many playmakers we got on the field. And they know if you put it in one of their hands, what they'll do with it. So that's the good thing about the quarterback. I say my job is easy because all I got to do is just dump it off to them, and the rest is history. So just being with that group of guys is an amazing group of guys, so unselfish and willing to do whatever to get to the championship.
All right. So, Jacobian, you are playing under a quarterback, being that your head coach was a quarterback and wide receiver. How is that being for your development?
It's been very impactful. You know, I kind of when I'm out there working with receivers, I want to be a receiver to see what they see and how they catch the ball, and how I need to better myself for them. And you know, being with under TC Taylor, he's a great man, a great person, a great individual, and he sees the game in a different way. And once you see it the way he sees it, you know it's coming at the end of the tunnel. So just being able to work with my guys each and every day, building that chemistry has been awesome.
I asked Jeremiah the same question. I'm gonna ask you this. Now that y'all have gotten over the hump, y'all won the national championship. How do you keep that same hunger going into this season?
It's the standard. Coach O talks about it all the time. That's who we are. And you know, you come to Jackson State, you wear that blue and white. That the standard is to get back to the championship. So it's no, you say it's a hump, but we kind of look at it as that's what we're supposed to do. That's our goal at the end of the year, and that's what we strive to do every year.
So I got one last question for you. You mentioned Coach O. We saw he had his boots on today.
That's Coach O. He's swagging with it though.
It is. It was nice with it. Let me ask a question. He ever walk around and say where the fans at?
I never heard him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he would though. Coach O easy. Coach O is so funny, man. I promise.
I got this question for Jeremiah. If he wasn't on your team, how good would it feel to sack this guy?
Oh, he already know. He played with Southern High School.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he remember, huh? He remember.
Follow the number.
I hated to see him come.
Feel good to have him on your side now.
That's my dog, though, man. You know, we gonna excel this year again. You know, repeat again, and we always push each other at practice. Like we always identify each other. You can ask them yourself, man. We always identify who we are, and it's just gonna be a great year.